It is 10 o'clock p.m. on the west coast of the United States. It is 0500 GMT. This is cBas After Dark for Thursday night, the 16th of April, 2015. It is FreeForAll Thursday, kind of the garbage repository, if you will, of the news, the stories I collect, the shit I feel like commenting on or talking about. We have some fun shit this week. It's not going to be like talking about the news and, oh, Hillary this and, oh, Ted Cruz that. Although Ted Cruz did do a fucking bullshit thing. Apparently they don't understand Twitter over at the Ted Cruz campaign. And Twitter linked people, some like on the website, I think, the official Ted Cruz website linked to @TC, which is not Ted Cruz. It's some guy named Thomas Callahan or something else. Like it's something completely incorrect. And these Ted Cruz people, unsurprisingly, I think it is safe to say that it is unsurprising that Republicans are generally old-fashioned and often technologically challenged. A lot coming up. Good shit coming up this week, as a matter of fact. We have cats pushing dogs into pools and pushing glasses off of tables. That one, the second one, cats pushing glasses off of tables, is not necessarily a groundbreaking or earth-shattering or new thing I discovered. It's been on everything from Ellen DeGeneres' show on down, and it's got millions of views on YouTube, but it's too funny not to play. I'm sorry, my hair is totally bugging me here, so I'm going to try and fix it later. In the meantime, you can call here, 310-776-Coons. You can tweet here at Sebastian Coons if you have something you'd like to say. Let's get started. The other things we have coming up, let's see if I can remember what else I have coming up, because I have things coming up and I have completely spaced what they are. I do know. Weird medicine commercials. All right. The weird medicine commercials in question are Botox for your urinary tract. One something called Onexta or Onextadil or something. It's to treat zits, like acne. Xeljanz, which I've forgotten even what it does, and Onextin is the one I couldn't think of, and then Linzess, constipation relief. So some of it's about going to the bathroom, I'll admit right now. We're going to be delicate about it. We're not going to show anybody doing anything gross. We won't even talk about it in a gross way. I'm not particularly easily grossed out by that sort of thing, but I know a lot of people are, and I don't want to put people off in that way because it's not necessary. It's not the point. The point is these TV spots and how, I mean, it's amusing to me in a very real way. I mean, it's also troubling. And comedians from Jay Moore to Ellen DeGeneres have talked about. So I'm not, again, breaking any ground here doing this, but the side effects are very often worse than the actual thing being treated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually, I would rather have urinary incontinence than have to occasionally self-catheterize because I Botox my urethra. You know, that's the kind of thing we're going after here. But I think we'll start with the cat pushing shit off the table because it just cracks me up endlessly. Let's switch over to this video here because goddamn, it's hilarious and it's just so rewarding and funny. Gato Malo, Thug Life, as it's called. You see the cat. You see that I think the person who filmed this, I hope I'm not being racist in saying I think they're Asian. They kind of sound Asian, but when they're talking to the cat, oh, no, 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 is really all you hear them say. So it's hard to tell. Off goes the remote. And then here's the glass with a candle in it. No, bad kitty. He's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Thug life. Oh, God. I'm sorry. It just cracks me up because the look on that cat's face is like, what are you going to do? Remote. Oh, there goes the remote. I like playing with things, objects, and other things. Here's something that'll be fun to push off the table. There it goes. How is that not the funniest thing you ever fucking seen in your entire life? You know, cat videos are the backbone of the internet, obviously, and rightfully so. Let's look at this other thing. I have not really looked at it, but I mean, I saw the headline is all, and I thought, oh God, we got to see this. So let's look at this other one. Cat pushes dog into swimming pool. The headline on Laughing Squid is incensed cat pushes a noisily barking dog into the swimming pool beside them. Sometimes I feel like these descriptions are actually overly descriptive for the purpose of, what do they call it? What's that called? Where you like search engine optimization, SEO, right? You make this really long, ridiculous headline just for the purpose of making sure that everybody who even hits any kind of tangent of it, barking dogs, swimming pools, angry cats, you know, whatever, they all get it coming up in their search results. A rightfully incensed black and white cat pushed one of the two noisily barking. This is like a badly written children's book. Okay. Here's the dogs. There's the cat. Only 30 seconds long. Oh. Cat's saying, no fuck with me. Oh. The cat's playing. I think the cat is obviously playing. The dogs are trying to play too, but cats and dogs don't play in the same way. It happens so fast. Wait, let's do it again. Because the cat's kind of lying in a playful stance. The dog just gets to the wrong place and the cat goes whap. Yes. Schadenfreude incarnate, right? Laughing. I mean, the dog is probably fine. Dogs get pushed into pools all the time, so it's no big deal. But yes, dogs and cats play differently, as I was saying a second ago. Let's shift gears a little bit. I have birthday gratitude. I'll probably end with that because it's the least interesting. When I've already decided I'm going to play the cat videos again at the end of the show, just for anybody who maybe tuned in late, because God, those just make me squeal with ridiculous delight. Let's turn to the medical commercials. Like I said, comedians. George Carlin's talked about it. Ellen DeGeneres has talked about it. Most recently, I heard Jay Moore. I don't know if everybody knows Jay Moore. He was a writer for Saturday Night Live. I read a book that he wrote, like describing working at Saturday Night Live as a writer, and it was actually a really interesting kind of behind the scenes thing. Turns out writing for Saturday Night Live is not a job you want to get if you want to be in Hollywood. You know, it's not the actors on Saturday Night Live. It's not the executive producer job where you just schmooze with people like famous athletes and movie stars and shit like that. To be a writer on Saturday Night Live is really rough. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant. Jay Moore talked about, and I mean, it's a common topic. Probably other comedians besides those three I mentioned have talked about it. You know, Ellen DeGeneres talks about it. They get you right at the beginning of the commercial. Are you sad? Are you depressed? You need our medication, right? Now, I don't do the big pharma thing, okay? I believe that medicines help people for the most part. And I believe that cutting-edge medicines, new medicines, are, it's not just profiteering for those companies. I feel like the people who say that are kind of full of shit. And I mean, everybody needs their kind of corporate thing they rail against, and I'm not against people who are big pharma this, because, I mean, I feel like that's specific enough to qualify as more or less a legitimate grievance. But my specific complaint is a lot more specific. It's a lot less sort of generic and weird, and it is about the side effects. Now, I think they legally have to disclose these side effects in the commercial. They pretty much have to say these horrible things in the commercial that I've got 4 of them lined up here. We're going to play. It's a legal thing, right? They don't just do it because they're trying to be extra honest or extra forthright or anything like that. Like, they have to say, you might die if you take our new pill. Some people got inflamed rashes. Some people had allergic reactions. Some people had heart attacks. Some people had sometimes, and you hear it disguised in a number of ways. Sometimes they say rare fatal events have occurred. Rare fatal events. Okay, somebody died when taking this pill. Just say it. No, they don't want to say that. They have to say it in kind of their couched, veiled way. Let's look at the first one. The first one is the one that kind of got me started on this. It's what I created a special file in my tablet just for keeping track of these commercials, these medicines for these commercials. Backing up. These commercials for these medicines that disclose things all the way up to death in the 60 seconds that they have on television. They always say, see our ad in Vanity Fair magazine or whatever the hell. and sometimes it's a really weird magazine too. That's the other thing I'm kind of surprised. Like they legally have to take, I think, really extensive. And when you take a magazine, you ever see a pharmaceutical magazine ad? It's on extra thick laminated cardboard paper. Like when you flip through the magazine, you flip right to it because it's extra thick paper compared to miles and miles of really tiny print with all of the information there. I think including the percentages of people who died and had adverse reactions and stuff like that. It goes on and on. We're going to skip all over all that because I think the only really important, salient, amusing, sad, and scary part is what we're going to see. These commercials that are like, Jesus, I wouldn't take that pill. If I had urinary incontinence, I would not Botox my urethra to save my life. I would rather wear Depends for the rest of my existence than have to Botox my, well, because I was talking to Zeb about it in the Trekkie chat room. I'll just say, hi, Zeb. I don't think he's watching live, but he does say he watches on tape, so bless his heart. Botox. It's an anti-wrinkle thing, right? So we all know, I'm getting them here because I just had a big milestone birthday this week. When you smile, you have wrinkles. I have wrinkles here. You know, I mean, young people, I'm very jealous of young people who don't have wrinkles here. These are the ones that really get me. I'm just being completely real with you right now. These lines under your nose are called a philtrum, the philtrum, Philtrum. These, I'm not sure if these lines have names. They're just age lines. They were not there when I was younger and hotter. Fortunately, it turns out some people actually find it distinguished or something like that. I can't fathom that. But anyway, Botox is a way of kind of reducing such wrinkles in older people. It reduces wrinkles by deadening the muscles. The muscles are deadened. Suddenly, you don't have as much wrinkles. The problem is you also have no expressions. Robin Williams has made many, many jokes about this when he was alive, talking about how, yes, I have no wrinkles. I also have no expressions. I'm so happy. You know, like, I mean, you can't look happy or sad because you have, you know, it Botox your face into an expressionless mask. They also joked about it on Scrubs. The ex-wife of Dr. Cox did this, like Botoxed her face into an expressionless mask when the hot neighbor boy, who was super hot, suddenly called her ma'am and wasn't interested in like fucking her on the side anymore. All right, blah 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 blah. I started. I'll finish this before we get to the commercial. Botox is that, and you know, it deadens muscles and it prevents wrinkles, or it reduces wrinkles. Somebody figured out, and Lord only fucking knows how they figured this out, that people who go to the bathroom accidentally, you pee your pants a little when you laugh, or you sometimes just without a precursor event, sometimes you just pee. People have to wear Depends because of this. Wearing diapers as an adult is not a dignified thing. Now, fortunately, the modern versions of such things are pretty well disguised. You can keep it a secret. You don't have to, you don't make you wear a Depends t-shirt or anything like that. But it's still undignified. You know, people still don't like it. And I don't know if it happens as much with the number 2, but I assume maybe it does. And God save you if you have to go to the bathroom like that and can't control that. That's really unfortunate. And I have nothing but sympathy for people who who go to the bathroom uncontrollably or have that kind of problem. That's really an uncool problem to have, and my heart goes out to them. Somebody discovered that the same Botox that you inject here and here to reduce wrinkles, and now I'm so happy I could just smile. Ouch, I have burned myself. The pain is excruciating, you know. That same botulinum toxin extract or derivative can be used to also deaden the muscle that relaxes wrongly and lets pee out. All right, so you can Botox your urethra and stop accidental urinary incontinence. Sounds great, except for the other side of the coin. There are times when you have to go to the bathroom and you can't. What do you have to do if you have to go to the bathroom and you can't? That muscle won't go anymore. You Botoxed it into paralysis, right? That's literally what botulinum does. The Botox paralyzes these nerves and these muscles and stuff. So now you can't go to the bathroom and you have to. Any commercial anywhere that has the phrase self-catheterization in it is an automatic rejection. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I suppose certain things, like if it, you know, I'm trying to imagine a truly fantasy universe concept where I want something so bad I would be willing to self-catheterize. I can't think of one, just off the top of my head. I hadn't really considered this before going on the air, but fuck it. Stop blabbing. Let's just talk. Let's just look at the commercial and listen to the side effects. I'm going to do this 4 different times for 4 different medicines. Each of the commercials is about a minute long. I won't spend too terribly long. Here's the Botox one. Calm your bladder. For overactive bladder symptoms in adults. Leaking, going too often, blah, blah, blah. Here's the commercial.
Frustrated with your overactive bladder medicine not working? Can't handle the side effects? Botox treats symptoms of leaking, going too often, and the strong sudden need to go. Ask your urologist if Botox can help calm your bladder and reduce your daily leakage episodes.
So it works better than placebo.
Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection.
Wait. Okay, I started talking over the side effects because I was amused at that graph. Let's look at that graph for a second. The placebo, average daily leakage episodes 4 for placebo, 3 for Botox. All right, right there. You have 1 fewer daily accident on average, according to this. Adults using Botox had 1 fewer accident per day than the people on the placebo. That is not, I think, what we'd call statistically significant. And look at the little message down here. As Botox wears off, talk to your doctor about retreatment. So it doesn't last. It wears off. And I think it's kind of like other substances where you maybe have to use more each consecutive time to get the same effect. Let's go on, because now we get to the good part of the commercial, the part that made me start doing this.
The effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection.
Okay, the effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection. Holy shit. Okay, so within hours or within a few weeks, you may see the spreading of what?
The effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, loss of bladder control, or muscle weakness can be a sign of a life-threatening condition.
Just a fucking minute there. Did you hear that list? It goes by in about 10 seconds.
Symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems.
Difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, loss of bladder control, or muscle weakness can be a sign of a...
Don't take Botox if you can't empty your bladder or can't or won't self-catheterize if needed. Or
don't take Botox if you can't or won't self-catheterize.
A urinary tract infection or UTI. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, fatigue, UTI, painful urination, and difficulty emptying your bladder. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and all medicines, especially botulinum toxins, antiplatelets, and blood thinners, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. Ask if Botox can help calm your bladder. Visit BotoxOAB.com to find a Botox urologist.
Okay, this is not meant to be a commercial for it. I realize I'm showing commercials for these things. Again, it's not the commercial, it's not the substance, and my heart goes out to people with this condition. With that little list of things that can happen is so casually mentioned and fastly said that fucking holy shit. Problems swallowing, problems breathing, eye problems. I mean, just really? All right. I guess I've made my point with that. Let's go on to number 2 here, because the next one, all 4 of these I have selected for one. I don't think it's all the same level of amusement or level of incredulity or whatever. Let's look at a couple more of these commercials. This one, what is it? Xeljanz? That one is for, I think, number 2. That's not what I want to look. Let's look at Onextin. This is the one that fights acne, okay? If you have acne, that really must suck. Now, I've had zits. Everybody's had zits. Acne is not zits, okay? It's not rosacea. It's a whole other thing where you have really, really bad outbreaks. Something about your skin is, the hormones are flowing and the oil is being overproduced, and even scrubbing and keeping, there's all kinds of treatments for it and blah, blah, blah. So again, even though it's not the same as going to the bathroom uncontrollably, my heart goes out to people with acne, because it affects how you look, it affects your self-esteem, it affects the possible, being hit on by people, or, sexual, social, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Is struggling with acne as an adult forcing you to alter your wardrobe? Adopt a new hairstyle. Stop hiding your acne and start fighting it.
And start flaunting it.
New FDA-approved Onextin. Prescription Onextin has 2 medicines that fight acne. Onextin treats whiteheads, blackheads, and pimples.
Don't use Onextin if you have Crohn's disease or colitis, inflammation of the colon, or had colitis or severe diarrhea with past antibiotic use.
Okay, hang on there. Let's analyze this. Okay, but first of all, I noticed one thing a second ago.
Stop hiding your acne.
Does it say?
And start fighting it. With new...
Here we go. Okay, Clindamycin phosphate and benzoyl peroxide. Benzoyl peroxide is what's in Oxy. Okay, Oxy 5, Oxy 10. The old pads that you used to rub and the cream you used to put on zits that, you know, had a drying agent and it sort of sucks it or helps it heal faster or it helps it become less, you know, whatever, less pimply. So, I mean, okay, one of them is the good old-fashioned medication, and I don't think that's the one that is involved in any of this Crohn's disease or like diarrhea when you have antibiotics. That other substance, and let's switch back to it, clindamycin phosphate, I would have to look that up in order to know if that's really I'm assuming here for the purpose of it that that's the one that is the antibiotic. Let's go ahead and listen again. If you have Crohn's disease or have diarrhea when you take an antibiotic, don't use this stuff because what? I'm assuming the implication is it'll make it worse?
FDA approved Onextin. Prescription Onextin has 2 medicines that fight acne. Onextin treats whiteheads, blackheads, and pimples.
For people 12 and older.
Onextin if you have Crohn's disease or colitis, inflammation of the colon, or had colitis or severe diarrhea with past antibiotic use. Stop use if you develop severe watery or bloody diarrhea or severe abdominal cramps.
Okay, gross, right? If you have bloody diarrhea, stop using this. Really? I did not need to be told that, but let's go on.
This may be fatal. Do not use
Okay, wait, I already missed that part.
Severe watery or bloody diarrhea or severe abdominal cramps, as these may be fatal. Do not use if allergic to clindamycin, benzoyl peroxide, lincomycin, or any of the ingredients in Onextin. Stop use and call your doctor if you have an allergic reaction, as this can be serious. The most common side effect is skin irritation, especially if used with other acne products. Stop use and call your doctor if you have a rash or very red, burning, itchy, or swollen skin. Limit your time in the sun. Avoid tanning beds and sunlight.
So stop hiding and start fighting your acne with new Onextin. Talk to your dermatologist.
I'm trying to determine if it's 2 different female announcers doing that commercial or if it's just one in the happy voice and then the very serious medical voice. Do not use this if you have this condition. If you develop this condition, please call your doctor immediately, as this may be fatal. You know, like it may actually be the same female announcer doing, hey, stop hiding your acne and start fighting your acne. You know, prices of participation may vary in Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. Like, I mean, they use the serious voice and the happy voice, or is it 2 female announcers? It's not important, but I'm amused at the difference there. Because if it's 1 female announcer, it's a universe of difference. That's a real big deal. But did they say you can develop bloody poop if you use this? And if you do, it could be fatal? Like, I would just rather have fucking zits. And I mean, again, acne's not zits. I would rather have the acne and just sort of suffer through it than use this stuff that, let's face it, may or may not work, may or may not reduce the length of the condition, but risk having, okay. I mean, seriously, it kind of gives me the willies to really think about the side effects of that one, because holy fucking shit, man. That's, I mean, and pardon that particular turn of phrase, that was not intentional at all. Let's move on, shall we? Okay. Constipation relief. Well, since we're talking about poo, let's just get this one over with. Linzess. This is for constipation relief. Okay.
The constipation and belly pain feel like a knot.
And that sucks. Irritable bowel syndrome sucks. Even just not having IBS, but just having that kind of condition and not being able to go to the bathroom really sucks.
How can I ease this pain?
When I can't go, it's like bricks piling up. I wish I could find some
CIC. One of the things I'm amused by, and again, I shouldn't really be amused by this stuff, but when they turn it into a little mini acronym, CIC, chronic idiopathic constipation, right? It's CIC. Oh, you have CIC? So do I. So did my mom. We all have CIC. CIC, yeah, chronic idiopathic constipation. Or the one that, I mean, is kind of more famous is ED, erectile dysfunction. We don't like talking about erections or dysfunction of erections. We can just say ED. It's like the alphabet in reverse. It's no big deal. No, it's your schwanz isn't working. Your schwanz isn't functioning properly. Okay, back to the commercial. Sorry for interrupting. For adults with IBS or CIC, chronic means the constipation is long-lasting or keeps coming back. Idiopathic means the cause is unknown. I'm not sure I knew that's what idiopathic meant. Okay.
I wish I could find some relief.
Ask your doctor about Linzess, a once-daily capsule for adults with IBS with constipation or chronic idiopathic constipation. Linzess is thought to help calm pain-sensing nerves and accelerate bowel movements. It helps you proactively manage your symptoms. Do not give Linzess to children under 6. It should not be given to children 6 to 17. It may harm them.
That was right there the reason I flagged this one. Let's back it up, because what they say is don't give it to children under 6, and it shouldn't be given to children 6 to 16 or whatever they say. Why don't they just say anybody under 16? What is the difference between not for use in children under 6 and not for use in children?
Do not give Linzess to children under 6, and should not be given to children 6 to 17.
Okay.
It may harm them. Don't take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stool.
Again.
Side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Bottom line, ask your doctor about Linzess.
Bottom line, is that a little bit of a pun in there, Linzess people? Thank you. Who is it? SmithKline, or is it? I don't even know what company makes this product, but bottom line, wink, wink. And the other thing that I feel like it almost ties my gut up in knots when you see that animated. There's another commercial that uses like twisted clown balloons as sort of the motif of the congestion or the constipation or whatever in your gut. Like it's meant to, I think it does at one point even illustrate your kind of intestines or whatever, but then it goes from intestines to like a butterfly, and then it just comes in a knot, and then you're like, oh, I mean, it's like really, really unpleasant. And somehow that little wiry, let me go back to it, the wiry, I mean, it's not quite the balloon motif of the one I was just describing, but this is seriously, like, just looking at it kind of, I feel like makes my innards kind of twist around. This little line right here that you'll see.
Children under 6.
Okay, now it's in squares. It's like you're shitting bricks. Okay.
Don't take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage.
Okay, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the bloody stool thing.
Pain, especially with bloody or black stool.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want to hear it play that again.
Stop taking Linzess.
I tried to mute it.
Right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Gas, stomach pain, swelling.
Ask your doctor
Bottom
about
line,
Linzess today.
Ask your doctor about Linzess. All right. So, again, this one in particular I flagged because I truly don't understand the difference between, and it sounds like a firmer warning for children under 6. Under no circumstances give it to children under 6. But then they go on to say a phrase that is, as far as my English understanding is concerned, is 98. If the children under 6 thing was 100%, the children 6 to 17 thing was like 99%. Don't give it to them. Like it's weaker by just the merest, finest hair of breadth. Like it's really not that much weaker or different. I just really find it confusing. Where is it here?
For adults with IBS with constipation or chronic idiopathic constipation. Linzess is thought to help calm pain-sensing nerves.
That's the other thing I like. Linzess is thought to help calm pain-sensing nerves. Is thought to? I mean, I get that we don't always understand the mechanisms by which these things happen, but what is on the screen, and let me just show you what is on the screen at that time, because I did not even flash on it until replaying it here, and then when I'm replaying it here, you're looking at me, not the screen. What does that say right there? This was seen in animal studies, and the relevance to humans is unknown. Okay, so this is a pretty common thing in medical testing. And certain animals are more like humans and certain animals are less like humans. So, like, for instance, when they're doing brain studies, they use white mice a lot because the neural pathways in white mice are a lot more similar than, say, a guinea pig. People talk about guinea pigs a lot. White mice are actually more relevant to humans. Although there's many people who probably will, say, and maybe rightly, probably not, that you can't possibly use a white mice study to conclude anything for humanity. I don't necessarily think that's true. Again, there are similarities and there are differences, and it's a lot easier to kill a bunch of white mice with a medical test, and frankly, a lot more ethical than it is to kill a bunch of people. But let's go on. This is the part that really I noticed and that concerned me.
Linzess is thought to help calm pain-sensing nerves.
Not that part.
And accelerate bowel movements. It helps you proactively manage your symptoms.
Proactively.
Do not give Linzess to children under 6, and should not be given to children 6 to 17.
Okay, do not give it to children under 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to 17. Again, I'm trying to parse the language there, and I'm not having a lot of luck in my mind. Like I said, what it sounds like is 100% no for children under 6, 99% no for children 6 to 17. Does that mean if you're like 17 or 16 and a half and you develop these symptoms, maybe it's okay to go for it? I mean, again, I'm so glad I could just go to the bathroom on my own. All right, last one of these. And I mean, I'm having a good time. I hope I'm not grossing people out here. But I do think it's an interesting topic. I think it's a relevant topic. And I feel like despite the fact that a lot of comedians talk about these things, a lot of them don't quite go to this thing. All right, here's Xeljanz. I forget what this is. Bones, joints, and muscles, according to this. This is a website called iSpot TV, which I never had heard of, but I did a Google search for these commercials when I'm prepping the show. And here, 3 out of these 4 medical commercials I selected were not on YouTube, but were on iSpot.tv. And I like the information here on the side. Recently aired 15 minutes ago on WeTV during Mary Mary Quite Contrary, or what the hell? Oh, during Mary Mary. National spot, number of versions 5, national airings 8. Look at the statistics on this, completely unrelated to what I'm talking about. And with this other one here, which one was it? One of these, oh yes, recently aired on Headline News during Nancy Grace. This one aired on WeTV, and then this one of them had the actual actress in it, which I thought was interesting. All right, enough. Let's look at Xeljanz, and let's see if it's right for you or me. Did it not hit play? Here we go.
Arms were made for hugging.
Arms were made for hugging. Already, my heart is breaking for these people.
Hands for holding. Feet kicking.
Ouch.
Better things than the joint pain and swelling of moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. If you're trying to manage your RA, now may be the time to ask about Xeljanz. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well.
Okay.
Xeljanz is an RA medicine that can enter cells and disrupt JAK pathways, thought to play a role in the inflammation that comes with RA.
Okay, so for one thing, they didn't say rheumatoid arthritis that I'm aware of, but that's what they're talking about when they say RA. I've complained a lot about different animations for a lot of spots. This is one I kind of like. Let me back it up a little bit and let's listen, because this commercial is actually 90 seconds long, not 60.
If you're trying to manage your RA,
oh, they did say
now may be the
arthritis.
time to ask about Xeljanz. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well.
Okay, so for whom methotrexate did not work well.
Xeljanz is an RA medicine that can enter cells and disrupt JAK pathways, thought to play a role in the inflammation that comes with RA.
Disrupt JAKed pathways? Is that like that sounds like a slang term, but I'm assuming JAKed pathways is some kind of abbreviation or acronym or something?
Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers have happened in patients taking Xeljanz.
Gah!
Don't start taking Xeljanz if you have any kind of infection, unless okay with your doctor. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened.
Jesus,
Your doctor
okay.
should perform blood tests, including certain liver tests before you start, and while you are taking Xeljanz. Tell your doctor if you have been to a region where certain fungal infections are common,
Okay.
and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections.
Okay.
Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take, and if you are pregnant or plan to be.
Okay, there's a couple of things in there that were standard. Let's finish it out.
Taken twice daily, Xeljanz can reduce the joint pain and swelling of moderate to severe RA, even without methotrexate. Ask if Xeljanz is right for you.
Okay, Pfizer. Good, brought to you by the good folks at Pfizer. It's that middle section, and why is it always the middle section?
It did not work well.
Okay.
Xeljanz is an RA medicine that can enter cells and disrupt JAK pathways, thought to play a role in the inflammation that comes with RA.
Thought to play a role that can
Xeljanz
inflammation.
can lower your ability to fight infections.
It can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis.
Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers have happened.
Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers. Okay, wait. let's see here. I'm looking at the comments, and looking at these comments is pretty amusing in its own way, because look, I love the music as well. The music is beautiful. Would love to know where to get the whole composition. Did you ever find out, Wendy? No, I haven't heard. People who want the music from the Zeljans commercial. That makes me laugh. Glad someone else noticed. Her ragged fingernail apparently catches some of his hair at the end of the ad. Very disarming. Can't believe Pfizer hasn't fixed this. Did you know that close to the end of this commercial, there was something stuck on the woman's fingernail? It is actually a very nice commercial, but she looks like she has a fuzz on the broken nail. I mean, these people notice everything. I'm just noticing this middle part of the...
Infections and cancers have happened in patients taking Zeljans.
Cancers have happened.
Don't start taking Zeljans if you have any kind of infection.
Don't take it with an infection unless your doctor says okay.
Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell count.
Tears in the stomach or intestines. Okay, that one, again, serious, important to say, probably really rare. But okay, tears in the stomach can happen if you take this. I switched it back to B, but listen to this next one. Really sounds like it comes out of the blue. Tell your doctor if you've been to certain places. What is it?
Liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests.
Should perform blood tests before and during.
While you are taking Zeljans. Tell your doctor if you have been to a region where certain fungal infections are common, and if you have had TB, hepatitis.
Okay, if you had TB, Hep B, or C, like all those are the one that really makes my brain go, huh? Tell your doctor if you've been to places where certain fungal infections are common. I mean, are that like Asian countries, African countries, Middle Eastern countries where you get athlete's foot? Like, I really want to know what the heck that's about, because sometimes, as we saw in the previous commercial, when they say one of those vague, weird phrases, they put in a kind of a semi-explanatory bit of text on the screen in small letters always, to sort of, I mean, here's the thing. If I really had the druthers and really was going to research that, you could probably use that additional bit of text in the information you're using to research this stuff. I'm not going to go that far. I feel like I've obsessed about it enough, and I've laughed at these poor people. I've, been thankful I don't have these problems. I'm glad I can go to the bathroom. I'm glad I don't have Hep B or C. I'm glad I don't have rheumatoid arthritis. I'm glad for all these things. If you have a good commercial for a medicine that's like, holy fuck, the side effects, even if they're rare, sound worse than the whatever it's treating, tweet me, call me, text me, email me, whatever you want. It's and I mean, it's only going to go on, right? Because if you don't know, the pharmaceutical, I started this off by saying I'm not against big pharma, but the truth is that pharmacology industry is in fact one of the most gigantic and gigantically growing. It's growing at the fastest rate of all the industries probably out there. So there's that. I feel like I pretty much exhausted that, and I'm kind of tired of talking about it anyway. What else was I even supposed to talk about? Let me go back to my little rundown here and see if I can remember. Oh yes, funny porn film titles. God, are you going to be glad you waited for this? Again, I collect them. I don't ever click on them. Now that's the thing. I mean, I'm gay and I don't like straight porn. I mean, I actually have watched straight porn, and straight porn can be pretty good at times, I guess. I don't have a collection of it or anything like that. I don't really watch it regularly. What I do regularly do is, like, if I'm at somebody's house that has cable, and I go to my parents' house a lot, like I scroll past, for some reason, it's not blocked out of the guide. And so, you're scrolling by CNN, C-SPAN, Fox News, MSNBC, Disney Channel, Disney 2, HBO, Showtime, Movie Channel, and then you get to Playboy, Playboy 2, Ecstasy, all these, like, the porn channel. So you're looking at, Wolf Blitzer is on, Anderson Cooper is on, Bill O'Reilly's on, okay, and then C-SPAN, government hearings, yeah, okay, let's see, a Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible 3 is on, oh, look, Star Trek First Contact is on, that shitty movie from 1971 is on, oh, look at these movies, and then the titles are there, and holy fucking shit, it's just it's one of my weirdest delights in life, because I look at these and I go, I can't believe A, there's a movie called that, but B, that there have been 9 others before the one that's going to play on TV. That said, let's just do it. I have been collecting them for a while. In fact, I keep thinking I'm going to do this like more regularly on the show, and I keep forgetting. But I've got a list of like 4 dozen here. So I don't know if this won't finish out the hour, because at the end of the hour, we'll do the cats pushing dogs into pools thing again. But let's just check out these titles. All right. I feel like there should be music playing, or I should have some kind of coffee or something. But it's pretty good. Okay. Evil Teen Hate Sex. That's the first one. Evil Teen Hate Sex. Wow. Okay. I mean, because it does bring to mind like all kinds of sort of, I feel like I want to comb my hair is really ugly. It brings to mind all kinds of weird shit, and it's really bizarre. Evil Teen Hate Sex. Okay. I've said it 3 times. Fetish Freaks Off the Leash. Why not? 10 Cheating Stepmoms. Okay. 60-Year-Old Grannies Busted. I Swallow 2, the sequel to I Swallow. 3-Way is the Best 6. Okay, so there have been 5 other 3-Way is the Best features, and this one was number 6. Dirty Cream Pies. Again, that's not all that creative or interesting. Sometimes I just write down all the ones I see on the list there. Latina Load Lappers. That's pretty creative. Load Lappers. Deep Teen Drilling. Fat Booty Black Screwing. Big Booty Feast 6. All right, and we'll move on here. All Girl Rug Munchers. 8 Legendary Orgies. Again, not a sequel apparently, but it is like 8 Legendary Orgies. Okay. I mean, seriously, how long? That's got to be really long. Aren't orgies by definition with a lot of people? And I mean, if they have a lot of people, isn't it going to go on for a while? And if there's 8 of them, and I mean, for one thing, certainly if it's a legendary orgy, it's going to go on for a long time. But this movie was 8 Legendary Orgies. Wow. Okay, Gagging on Boss's Shaft. All Real Gazongas. Gooey Orgy Babes. Hate Ship, Love Ship. Some of them are almost poetry. Some of them I'm not sure, like, because the movie channels, as I said, are right next. The legit movie channels are right next to the porn channel. And sometimes, like, I don't watch many movies, so I feel like, was that like possibly not a porn movie, but a regular movie? Bashful Born Rookies 9. Could that be Bashful Porn Rookies 9? That might have been autocorrect. Defiled Asian Holes. It's very specific. Bust a Nut on Latin Butt 3. So movie number 3 in the Bust a Nut on Latin Butt series. My Snatch Ain't Gonna Lick. Depraved Group Sex. If you're just joining us, we're doing a funny porn title. Let Me Drain You Dry. Dueling Monster Dongs. Again, not a sequel, the original. Okay, Juiciest E-Cup Moms. Surprise, ... facial, exclamation point. That's the best part, is the punctuation in that. Surprise, ... facial, exclamation point. And it's number 7. So it's surprise. There have been 6 previous movies in the Surprise Facial series. Now this is Surprise Facial 7. I all of these I want to keep saying are my favorite, but Teens Ogle Big Black Sticks 9. Again, very specific. So specific that they've really done 8 other Teens Ogle Big Black Sticks. Apparently. 2 Buns of Big Booty. That one's almost poetry. 2 Buns of Big Booty. 1 F Up Mormon Family. Now, again, I feel like sometimes clicking on these might reveal that they're, you know, for one thing, F up. It might actually say fuck up in the, like, if I could just get the title screen of the flick so that, oh, what did I do to my hand there? If I could just get the title screen, I can sort of see. Sometimes I feel like in the guide, they clean it up a little bit. I don't know why they're bothering when you have Let Me Drain You Dry and Surprise Facial and Teens Ogle Big Black Sticks 9. Like, I mean, I don't know why suddenly the F word is off the table, but I suppose for whatever reason, it's not dignified to put the F word in the digital cable guide for the cable channel. Lisa Sparks stars in India Summer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think those are two actresses whose names amused me. Lisa Sparks and India Summer. Let's Bang the Babysitter 3. The Search for Spock. No. It was just Let's Bang the Babysitter 3. Gooey Orgy Babes. This says Gooey Orgy Babies. Again, for some reason, I think... Oh, yeah, Gooey Orgy Babes. I had it written here before. Again, I'm actually seeing occasional doubles here and writing them down, and that was autocorrect that changed it to babies. Let There Be MILF. Biblical. Let There Be MILF. Ebony Holes Crammed. Again, this is not weird poetry. I'm reading porn titles that amuse me. Dripping Wet Deep Fingered. Hot Moms Seduce Tight and Horny. Again, when you get to that many words in the title, it's going to trail off on the guides. There may have been more to that title. Hot Moms Seduce Tight and Horny. 101 Sloppy Facials. Okay, again, kind of the same problem we ran into in Bust a Nut on Latin Butt, or no, 8 Legendary Orgies, right? A sloppy facial, actually, it's probably not the same problem, because a legendary orgy will go on for a long time, and if there's 8 of them, that could be an 8-hour porn movie. 101 sloppy facials could easily be 101, okay, let's say 505 seconds long. Let's say each sloppy facial is 5 seconds. Then if there's 101 of them, it would be 500 seconds. Every girl's a spunk craver. Okay, well, that's rather undignified. Every girl is a spunk craver. Screw the Cops. Again, I think that may have been an actual movie that was just adjacent to the porn ones. Group Sex Perverts 9. I think I may have done that one already. No, sorry. Bashful Born Rookies 9 is what I did before. So there have been 8 other Group Sex Perverts series films. Best of Juicy, extra fat BBWs. E-Cup Lesbian Moms. Again, I think I repeated that one. I See a Fat Butt Rising 8. All right, so there have been 7 other I See a Fat Butt Rising films. 3 more here. Teens Drool for Black Shaft. Hand Job Hose. And finally, So Big She Can't Sit Down 8. Yes, the 8th in the series of movies titled So Big She Can't Sit Down. All right, that's funny porn titles for another couple of weeks. And thank God I got that off. Again, unfortunate turn of phrase there. Thank God I finished that, because, again, there's no way to sort of just shift smoothly to another topic. Okay. Let's Bang the Babysitter. No. Let's look at... I guess I feel like I want to kind of keep going until I fill an hour. I don't really necessarily need to, but let's do the last 2 things again, which are going to be the first 2 things, which are the cat videos that made me laugh, and maybe we'll look at a couple other cat videos too. In fact, let's watch this, and then I'm going to hit this one over here. Animals Can Be Jerks Supercut Compilation 2013. That looks delightful. I love this cat, though. Let's maximize this here. Oh, the remote. Oh, there it goes. No. I do credit whoever turned that into that Thug Life commercial or Thug Life screen. That's pretty funny, a little tail ending. Let's look at Animals Can Be Jerks here as a way of finishing up. I'm going to mute the ad because I don't really know what that is. Advertising. I'm not even going to subject you to it. I'm going to scroll down. By the way, if you need a game show suggestion, please do go look, seek out 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, because it's the best thing ever. All right, here we go. What the hell is this? Oh. Oh my God, did he push that other tiger into the water? That's fucked up. That was good. Oh shit. All right, well, some of these are not as good as others, and that's probably my fault for not vetting this ahead of time. With the cat, oh, cats that fuck with dogs, or cats that fuck with other cats. Or with small kids. Wait, I want to see that again. The dog pushes the chair out of the way. That almost looked like it wasn't real. Kangaroo kicking the kid. That had it coming. Oh shit! That's one super fat cat. And I like this, the cat riding on the Roomba. Every time it goes by the dog, it whacks the dog. Yeah, my cat does this. He's like, pay attention to me, not the computer. Pay attention to me, not the computer. Was that a penguin that farted on the other penguin? Oh my god. Is that small dog humping that big dog's head? The big dog's like, what the fuck? Alright, I mean, this is not necessarily as amusing as the first one that I liked. Wait. That was not cool. This cat on top, let me turn the goddamn annotations off. I hate those. This cat up here fucks with the front. The two cats walk by on the ground level, and the front cat has his tail grabbed by this cat up here, and the front cat turns around and smacks the back cat, who is completely innocent. Oh! It's like, hey, don't jump on my stomach, penguin. Oh, the mama came to the rescue. Or was that like the daddy? This I've seen. The cat that holds onto the thing and basically mops the floor. Oh my god. No, that's a bad dog. Okay, we see this coming, don't we? That was not what I expected to happen. Oh shit. Alright, I feel like this song is going to get me shut down, so I'm going to mute the song. There's no audio for these videos anyway. Oh yes, I've had a cat that did this as well. Just... Oh, the kitty with the doorstop. That's funny. Okay, this is somehow lacking something now without that music, but I really don't want that music in there, because music, as I've learned, gets your ass shut down. What's going to happen there? I missed it, I guess. Okay, there's the kid, there's the cat. The cat punches the kid falls down. Great. Small kitten, big dog. Oh. Unnecessary, small kitten. This is cute. That turtle's probably, what the hell? Oh. Cat spills the coffee. Cat's like, don't use my door, bitch. Cat's in the box. Cats like boxes, and the cat behind is going to go kerflunk. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. The other cat's like stretch. This is the one that was, again, a rerun of that first one. Why is toilet paper so entertaining for cats? Just because it's a continuous stream of paper. The funny thing about it is I knew cats did that, but I've never seen it done in action. Like I've returned home and seen an entire thing of toilet paper on the ground, destroyed and mangled and all over the bathroom floor. But I have not seen that in action. That was not as amusing. I tell you what, let's finish on the big note, the one that really started all this in the first place, and that was the animals. Not animals can be jerks. That was the incensed dog pushes cat into pool. I'm sorry, incensed cat pushes dog into pool. Yes. All right. Well, there you have it. That's another week of cBaS After Dark. I decided to go Monday through Thursday on this show. So between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. on the West Coast, you can see me here live. You can call in, you can tweet, you can text. Of course, you can tweet or text anytime. If you want to call in, I mean, you can call me any other time during the week. I may or may not be able to pick up the phone, but I certainly will pick up the phone if you call live during the show, which is 10 to 11 p.m. on the West Coast of the United States, 0500 to 0600 GMT. Have a great weekend, everyone. Make it a great Friday. Make it a great weekend. I was going to do birthday thanks. My thanks, in short, to everybody who sort of wished me well on my big birthday this week. It was a big number, unfortunately, but the best part was the enormous outpouring of Facebook love. Like, it was seriously very, very, it was surprising. I was really, really surprised at how much how many of my friends on Facebook absolutely, like, not just, liked it when I put that it was my birthday, but posted and wrote something. And I realize Facebook makes it really easy, but I'm trying to sort of pull it up here to find. I mean, it was over 100 people. Like, it was a ton and ton, dozens and dozens and dozens of people who took time out to wish me well on my birthday. And I tell you what, it felt better than I expected. Like, I kind of thought, Facebook birthdays, it just, Facebook makes it a song. It doesn't take a lot of effort. But people did actually go out of their way to, wish me well, to write something on my page, and of course I can't pull it up here, but we'll do it on Sunday. All right, I'm not really planning on doing Sunday night shows unless I end up having a lot to say or something like that. But Nerd News Monday, Game Show Tuesday, Media Watch Wednesday, FreeForAll Thursday. It's all right here on cBaS After Dark. Thank you for being here. Make it a great weekend. We will see you back on Monday night. Good night, everyone. Stop broadcasting.